Hi, my name is Sangwado, and welcome to another Humble Hour, a series where I dedicate an hour to play a random game I got through a Humble Bundle. Today's game is 2064 Read-Only Memories. I know nothing about it other than what you see before you and its name, so let's get into it. And I accidentally clicked out of it. Whoops. I was gonna say this. Screen shake. Controllers. Oh, controls. Vibration. Do you want me to be playing with the controller? If I have to, I will.
Neo San Francisco, 2064 AD. The world thrives on a constant flow of groundbreaking technology.
The singularity.
Cybernetic augmentation and genetic modification allow the repair and enhancement of almost any part of a human body. Millions of people jack into virtual worlds every day to work, play, and connect with one another with advanced brain-to-machine technology. Easier access to genetic modification leaves hybrids walking the streets, looking less human every day. However, some can't keep up with the fast-paced changes around them. They say that ROMs, now commonplace thanks to Parallax, are leading humans to a place where we can never come back, losing the survival skills that we have relied on for millennia. Relationship organizational managers are compiled with virtual intelligence and can seem human-like in their interactions. But despite the marketing hype, at their core, they are only brainless machines. Organizations, like the Human Revolution, seek to slow the relentless pace of progress, fearing that unchecked technology will make us lose the very things that make us human. High above the rising tension below, a Parallax engineer has blurred the line even further. And with this, humanity's destiny will be altered forever.
Okay. New cyberpunk adventure. That is a legitimate concern moving forward. Hitting a singularity where anything is basically possible. I mean, that wasn't the prologue that we just went through? Oh, okay, so what do you need the controller for then? Is there any sort of indicator to tell me what I need to click on? Okay, maybe not so sweet. What? Musty might be a better descriptor. Oh, home sweet home. Okay, maybe not so sweet. God, okay. Sorry. Flip through the stack of papers. Talk. Yeah, let's talk to the stack of papers. Most people write a lot of talk on paper. You just talk to paper. Blank paper. A stack of paper for your unpublished novel. Okay, so I'm a writer. Pen on paper is the most tangible method, but if you're gonna be sloppy, or if you're gonna be so sloppy, maybe going digital would be a good goal. No, your principal's whining too much at the thought. Would Hemingway go full digital if he were in 2064? I don't know, maybe. Probably. A sheet of paper. A single piece of loose, unsorted paper lies on the ground. A page only holds the opinions of its author. This one's blank. That's what I get by talking to it. It sort of suits the room's aesthetic better with it there on the ground, don't you think? That's a plant. Oh, that's a big strawberry. This plant is in pretty bad shape. Isn't this supposed to be one of the easier plants to take care of? They say plants react positively to conversation, but this poor thing might be too far gone already. Oops, no, I wanted this. Careful. The poor thing is more fragile than a snowflake. Use an item on the sink. You don't know exactly what the ooze is, only that it seems to be growing by the day. Ew. You ask the blob in the sink not to loiter, but it bubbles. I'll bet you. Running water just might make it worse. Your ID card. Don't stick that in there. You're certainly not going to be the one to reach inside that to retrieve it. Alright. I open up the fridge to see a bottle of mustard and a carton of spoiled milk, which has developed an odor. Maybe the spoiled milk has one more good day on it. Sure. The video screen on the front says mustard half full. Okay, cool. Fridges are starting to do that now. Well, I mean, they got the not really the inventory side, but being able with cameras on the inside to see what's on the inside without opening the door. You remind the fridge that you need to pick up some more milk when you get out. It jots down mulk on the list. Is that just a typo or is that making fun? Milk. I never heard it called mulk before. Probably best just to make a mental note instead. You've had enough vitamin R for one lifetime anyway. What is that? A pair of GX Ultra Beats headphones. The ultimate in budget audio. You better try them out so you can start crafting your review. The smart headphones are enjoying your voice in high definition. These are those GX you have to do a product review on, yeah? They're smart headphones, so you should be able to use them with some things lying around your apartment. Got so much more stuff to... Oh, I didn't even look at this. Your friend Hayden gave this to you. The group is old, but the music is timeless. That's what he said, at least. That's what she said. Thanks for the tunes. Maybe one day they'll get released on Lips /music. Careful, that's a load-bearing poster. Those damn headphones. Can I not? Or is it? Okay, that was just it. What about giving you the milk? No way. You can't possibly imagine the indescribable. What? Indescribable. Okay, that is correct. It just looks really weird. Inhuman horrors you're about to unleash onto the world. Or the stank. Bed? You're home within your home. Nothing like curling up under these blankets and escaping away for a while. You better submit your article before you turn in or you won't have a place to sleep for long. Okay, so you don't want me to sleep there. I'm not talking about it though. This bed only chats back when you're sleep talking. It's the most well-designed function. It's not the most well-designed function. Coffee. The great equalizer. The one thing that the poor and rich alike need to chug through the day, you assume. This cup has really cooled off on talking. It lost the hots for you a while ago. Oh, add the milk to it. Spoiled milk and stale old coffee. Yum. You take a sip of the old stale coffee. The letters F and K seem clear as day. It's also really gross. A copy of Wigfield. Sometimes the old books are the best, especially keep your window propped open. You give the book a pep talk. Keep that window open. Hold your position. Don't lose focus. It's not even doing reps. Out of all the books on the shelf, you picked this slacker. Classics can get boring pretty fast after multiple reads. Besides, it's more useful holding up the window. Why are you asking me to hold? I I can use my headphones on it. You scan the book with your finger and the audio file begins to play. Okay, that should be enough testing for the headphones review. Your accountability remains intact right away. Can I use it on the coffee? Careful, these are a review copy. GX probably won't appreciate them coming back covered in coffee. So that's a no. Okay, so oh, there's a door. Well, at least he feels safe behind this newly installed security door. Why? What happened before that? You command the door to stay locked. It bleeps stoically back at you. It's late and nothing's really open right now. Okay, so you don't want me to leave. Can I use a backpack on you? Sleek comms and blips sound secure. Hey now, you're getting paid to write this view. No one expects you to be this morally grounded. Well, I want to... No, don't listen. It's not a good vibe. Here, how about the milk? Does the milk help you? Clearly, water from the sink is an option now, but this girl's spoiled milk is definitely not it's definitely not a nutritious alternative. All right. Haven't I used my headphones on you? You can hear the sink gurgling in high def. So you're okay with putting the headphones in there, but not your coffee. Sync up the headphones and listen to a live stream of a cooking show about making ramen using household materials. Unfortunately, you learn that mustard and spoiled milk aren't quite enough to make good ramen. Speaking of mustard, the mustard has adhered itself to the fridge door. Oh. Alright, what's out the window? Everyone loves a vertical sliding window. Slide currently broken. Window being propped up by that book. Maintenance request pending. Despite the smell, keep the window open. Better to have gross air than no air. Besides, the window's broken. If the window's broken, why do you need a book? Or is it broken that it won't stay open? In which case, why can't you shut it? There's no one out there. I wasn't talking to the people out there. I was trying to talk to the window. Come on. Use the headphones on it. Don't throw your new headphones out there. This may be a moderately safe neighborhood, but those will be gone in 10 minutes if you leave them out. Wow, again, you said I could use it on anything in my apartment. Alright, computer. Ah, good old Lappy. It may not be the most powerful or the fastest or have the best screen, but, well, it works. Looking pretty hot there, Lappy. Like, literally hot. Overheating. As usual. Headphones. Sync automatically as you start to watch a live concert from Oakland. Lappy is a bit of a relic. You have an article due tonight. Better finish it before bed. So we got YouTube. I'm guessing that's the internet. Email. What's this? Journalogic. Okay today. Lips live. Lips inbox. Journalogic isn't the fanciest program, but it's the only word editor that still gets updates for a machine as old as yours. Okay, today is Neo SF's most beloved morning show, all about news and entertainment. People in Neo, Oklahoma's every city called Neo are still confused by the name. This is the show's online newspaper called the Scanline. Okay, today is usually about all feel-good news, but it does focus on serious current events at times as well. This is Lips Live, the premier online video network. This app is like a mesh of all active streams. Your inbox. A hail so terrifying, so specific, so personal that no other living thing should dare enter. That's a nice little animation effect there. The adjusting, what the hell's it called, service? Alright, let's make sure I write my article. Alright, time to get my article all the way. Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins. Now to send it off to the editor. There, your big break. Surely your glowing review of GX Ultra Beats is your ticket out of poverty and into a book deal. Surely. Work is finally out of the way. Time for bed. No, but I don't want to go to bed. Or you could read some OK Today and catch up on some news before you sleep. Get cheap crash. Only 99 creds for 30-day supply. 212 stems. Scam mail. Hello there. I am Princess Emma Thomason. Thomas. Yes, the Princess Emma, heiress to the digital empire of the horse fortune. I write you today as I need your help to secure my great fortune. You see, it has become frozen, and I need to transfer it to at least 5 different accounts or the World Bank will seize my credits, amounting in the 420,194 credits. No idea how much that's actually worth, but I'm assuming a lot. Please, if you could send your personal credit ID marker to me immediately so that I can send you your 20% of the fortune. I'll only require that you send half back upon receipt of the funds. You may keep the rest of the money. The best part? There's literally nothing that can go wrong. So grab yourself some Vegemite and welcome to the queendom. What is this email? So is that ding? Is that telling me that something happened? Bill, your account is past due in the amount of almost 1,400 credits. Failure to restore your account may result in termination of service. Power plant power. 1,400 credits. Okay. And yes, that age-old choice between food or electricity. Hey there, I'm the lead editor for WTF Sounds, formerly OMG Sounds with a Z. We're a new up-and-coming audio review feed looking for hot talent who needs a platform for their work. We'd love to feature any product reviews you'd like to do for us. We'd be able to give you some great exposure, and if we like your stuff, could possibly throw some creds your way. Don't they know people die of exposure? Well, yeah. Here, we'll give you do the work, we'll give you exposure for nothing. And if we really like your work, then, we might actually pay you. Yeah. Rent mail, another article, another paycheck, and it's all going straight to your rent. What the hell happened there? Oh, the icons are animated. A coupon for 5 credits back on a Hassie Infinity. I don't know what that is. Back on a it's just kind of weird. A Hassie Infinity has all your daily calories with more nutritional value, like the opposite of a diet version. Oh. An invite to come see the light. God, I can't read. Holy shit. An invite to come see the lighting ceremony of the Christmas tree downtown from your friends at Dr. Tricia Lay DDS. So, that's a dental doctor? Why would your dentist invite you to a lighting ceremony? Feels like a trap. It's probably a trap. Oh, that's right, it was Christmas. It was December 20th on the date. This is your weekly update from Vintage Tech, your #1 source for classic technology. Popular pieces this week: King of a Click, a retrospective on the classic Model MN keyboard. Unsubscribe. Request denied. Subscription cannot be modified. Lovely. Okay, so we got news. We just went to the inbox. We did our journal. Let's look at this. You sync up the headphones and watch a stream of a cybercrime drama. Oh, that's it? Okay. Current events article. Story about the human revolution. Yeah, sure. Human revolution remains vigilant in hashtag #StayHuman protests in Upper Market. December 19th, Human Revolution is on day 10 of their protesting outside various Genus clinics around the city, including those in the East Bay and down the peninsula. Genus, the gene splicing treatment facility, has been met with much controversy since the organization reached mainstream exposure over the past few years. Genus employee Mort Crane spoke to OK Today exclusively. According to him, most Genus workers are up in arms, claiming they're being terrorized in their own city. We're here to help people who need gene therapy for their own personal reasons, whatever they are, said Crane. Individual rights have always been of paramount importance to us, he continued, and we believe that our customers have the right to live as they please or require. The Human Revolution stands behind their claim that Genus is diluting the human experience by providing hybrids with gene splicing treatments. The group feels that the goals stated by Genus, in addition to newer cybernetic technology, are warping humanity into a very scary, dark future. They're playing God in the most senseless of ways. We were born human. Who are we to mess with our genes and start turning everybody into who knows what? Said one protester who asked to remain anonymous. It's ridiculous and scary. It's not human. Yeah, wasn't that the point? More information to follow as the story develops late into the holiday 2064 season. June Vollmer, Anna, OK Today. Charlie Novia. I can't view the article.
Hey, it's Charlie Nova, host of Star in the Stratosphere and Tonight in the Stars. Join Ryan D. Josio and the Hassy Boys for our 10th annual TMI New Year's Eve special, where I'll interview some of the hottest celebrities and find out what their plans are for 2065. Tune in or join us live at Union Square for the big show, starting at 10 p.m.
Alright then. Story about our hometown Neo San Francisco 49ers. Hashtag Quest for 10 is back on. December 19th, Sunday's big game at New Candlestick. God damn it. Again, everything's new, Neo. Brings an important question to everyone's mind. Can the 49ers punch their ticket to the playoffs and bring the Lombardi Trophy back to Neo San Francisco? It would mark the first win since the move to New Candlestick after an almost 50-year hiatus from the city. Since returning, they've had disappointing losses to the New York Giants and the Mexico City Luchadors. They've brought on a fresh coach, but controversy surrounds new quarterback Patricia Lopez, and some vocal sports fans continue to accuse her of having illegal cybernetic enhancements. Certain modifications of implants are banned by the league, but their official reports state their repeated investigations into Lopez found no evidence to substantiate the rumors. It's relative. Oh my God. It's relevant to point out that Lopez is the first woman to ever be quarterback in a major football team. The 49ers look to reclaim their top spot since their last win with their Super Bowl. Oh God, what is that? 50-79? Is that a 5? Or is that 100? Victory over the Tokyo Titans. Today's game is a rubber match, and the winner secures a spot in the playoffs between our Neo SF 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. It'll be a close game to say the least. Catch Sunday's results here first. For all things, everything. That's a weird closing. For all things, everything. I'm June Vollmer Anna. So she wrote sports and okay. A story about a broken down Froyo stand. Golden Gate Park vandalism on the rise. December 19th, reports show that local foodie booth JJ Froyo stand was destroyed last night in what appears to be another case of a rogue ROM committing an act of vandalism. The car was evidently attacked and damaged by a large ROM that had no shell. Witnesses state that the alleged perpetrator has been randomly appearing at night before lumbering back into a nearby tree on the western side of the park. This is the first case of a ROM being reported to live on its own in the wild as a stray. Police say that tracking down a potential owner of the ROM is likely impossible. Some speculate that the strange ROM may have been framed by vandals who set their crime deliberately to make it appear to have been carried out by the ROM rogue or under orders. OK Today reached out to Parallax for comment, and they assured us that the rogue ROM is purely a myth that tends to pop up conveniently when low-revenue businesses have the urge to file an insurance claim. Parallax did not appreciate the reports of vandalism being attributed to their models. Is this wild ROM the real deal, or could it be a fairy tale created by those looking to make a quick buck? Or perhaps there's something else to be gained? More as this story progresses. Mel Hopkins, OK Today. I think that's all the news then. Well read. Alright, I believe I did everything. Nothing else to click on. Nope, time for bed. Oh, that's nice. But I wasn't laying down at the time. Anyway. Well, I'll go to sleep, obviously. That's what I'm here for, right? Uh-oh.
Ah, good. You're finally awake. I'm honestly not sure why most humans still have such lengthy sleep cycles. It seems rather inconvenient.
Let's do it this way. If I could reduce my sleep cycles to be, I don't know, 4 hours, I'd be okay with 4 hours, I think, for now. It's just such a waste of time, I agree.
Are you significantly opposed to cybernetic augments?
No. What the hecky? I had to get into my apartment.
In through the door, of course.
Yes, thank you.
The cryptographic algorithms it uses are actually quite atrocious. It only took me 17 trillion clock cycles to break your entry code. It looks rather imposing, but it's actually a knockoff of the Secugate M/14723-B. Don't feel too bad. I actually cheated a bit when I cross-referenced likely numeric combinations against the stored personal data on you. I'm not certain why you picked the birthday of your first dog, but it would be sufficiently obscure to defeat most casual attempts to enter.
Okay.
Frankly, I felt a little silly that I took the time to do all that once I noticed that the lock on your window is broken. And that you left it open.
Yep.
I know a lot of things. Honestly, it would have taken me longer if I had to enter the codes manually, but it was trivial to slice through the door's firewall and try against the stored data directly. I would suggest investing in an InSec Model 1355 automatic security door. The 1385 is newer, but I find the added attack vector introduced by the integrated voice commands isn't worth the convenience. The 1355 also has 300 5-star reviews on Congo.
So that's knockoff Amazon. Okay.
Yes, I attempted to repair it, but it uses a proprietary bolt head I am not equipped to remove.
Okay.
I took the liberty of filing a maintenance request with your building superintendent.
I already did that though.
Considering the speed at which he has historically worked, I estimate it will take him 16 working days to complete the repair.
Cool.
Not quite to my standards.
Mine either. So what are you doing in my apartment?
I hope you don't mind.
Okay.
While you were asleep, I had some spare time on my hands, so I reorganized your records and entertainment media using BISAC.
I don't know what
Once that
BISAC
was
is.
done, I found the cleanliness of your living and workspace to be suboptimal conditions for the long-term performance of my micro actuators. So I took the liberty of cleaning the place up a bit.
Yeah, I noticed that. Coffee's gone, papers are organized.
As you awoke, I was attempting
Slime's
to
still in the sink.
interface and make performance adjustments to your personal computer, but I've run into a bit of a snag. Unfortunately,
What do you mean a
your
snag?
motherboard seems to have had a critical failure while I was attempting to remove some particularly nasty malware. An electrical
Okay.
surge caused significant damage to several other components as well.
And where did this surge come
I
from,
would
pray
consider
tell?
it no great loss, though. Why were you using that dinosaur to begin with?
I didn't have any other. There you go.
Don't fret.
Don't fret. Why?
I did manage to back up your data drive's contents on my storage before the crash.
Okay, that's lovely.
Additionally, I am willing to serve as your personal computer until you can procure a replacement or provide the parts necessary for me to make the repairs.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Chobits thing where how do I use you as a personal computer? I mean, I realize I'm thinking in terms of, you know, keyboard, mouse, and that sort of thing, but it has a screen, I can see what's on it. And if you've ever read Chobits, it's, you know, they had robots that were like their personal computers too.
It is the least I can do.
So I don't understand, or I don't get how that would work, but that's nice, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to engage you in any sort of subterfuge, but I tend to ramble on a bit when I'm nervous. I have all the necessary protocols, but I've never actually spoken to another person besides Hayden until now.
And who might Hayden? Oh, Hayden Weber?
Well, saying I know Hayden is putting it simply, but yes. I don't really know. That's why I'm here.
Alright.
Help me. You aren't quite my only hope, but you're certainly the most statistically supported.
What a backhanded compliment that was.
I ran an algorithm against every contact in Hayden's address book. Based on the combined deductions of personal profile, directness of connection to Hayden, occupational skill, and probable motive, you were the candidate most likely to both be able and willing to help me. And the one least likely to be suspected of doing so.
Why? Well, you just said over a year, but I never looked for a missing person, but I could
The
try.
numbers don't lie about your investigative skills, but I will admit your total lack of recent successes is worrisome.
We'll see about that.
Don't worry. If Hayden trusted you, I trust you. You're strong-willed and capable. If anything, it's worth trying for Hayden. Earlier tonight, Hayden's apartment was assaulted by some persons unknown to me. He seemed frightened, terrified even, and instructed me to escape. I crawled out of a window, and after some deliberation, hurried here. I heard them breaking down the door as I left.
And why would they
He
attack
is
you?
one of the top researchers at Parallax, but there's no way that alone would be enough to get him kidnapped.
Well, if customers of Parallax are having that issue, then someone who works with them, I think that might be
I
a problem.
suspect it has to do with me.
And who are you? What do you have to do with it?
Excuse me. I forgot to introduce myself. I've never had the pleasure of doing so before. I am Turing.
Turing, as
I
in
know
Turing
this must
test.
sound quite unflattering, but I suppose you could describe me as one of Hayden's experiments. He's currently researching advanced machine intelligence at Parallax. I am a personal side project of his.
Currently researching advanced machine intelligence. I don't know why he'd get kidnapped. It's not like he's that. Oh my god, really?
Exploring true artificial sapience.
I don't know why he'd get kidnapped.
It's possible that the idea of a sapient machine could scare or tempt an organization into kidnapping him.
There you go. You think?
Either to stop his research or to take it and use it for themselves.
And how are
A
you any
regular
different?
ROM has virtual intelligence. They can
Alright.
appear rather smart, even human-seeming when you talk to them. But they're just cleverly programmed to respond to a variety of situations in an organic manner. They aren't in any way self-deterministic. As for myself, much of my code wasn't actually written by Hayden, but rather compiled during my infancy as I learned to interact with the world around me. But despite my ability to self-modify my code, I am afraid to adapt or develop any further without Hayden's guidance. Did he only program me with the illusion of free will?
And how would you know?
How would you? Hayden once told me that his desire to create artificial life stemmed from his need to find out. But I can't say I have any new insight into the question. How can any of us tell that we aren't just puppets dancing to someone else's will?
Yeah.
I apologize for the tangent. I don't
Anyone
know.
specific?
I'm not certain who would benefit the most from taking Hayden prisoner. Admittedly, Hayden has become increasingly paranoid as of late, and has warned me to stay alert, but he would never specify anyone I should fear when I asked. It's not as though he has any obvious enemies. There are several multinational corporations that could make use of his engineering skills, but I can't imagine any of them would go as far as snatching him.
Well then. Guess we
Indeed,
should get started.
time is of the essence. I took the liberty of charging the AutoCab fare from here to Hayden's apartment to your personal finance account, and the car has just arrived.
So you're spending my money? Yeah.
No, we can't. One of the last things Hayden told me was to avoid the authorities. We must be cautious about who we inform of this.
Why?
My calculations show that the possibilities of a leak are dangerously high. Corruption, despite being a challenge to public trust as well as cohesion of departmental policies, is still a possibility to consider. If it becomes public that Hayden has been kidnapped, his life may be put in further danger. His chances of escape would surely decrease. We must keep this to ourselves for now, please. My head does not bobble, thank you very much.
I believe he was describing the shape, not the effect.
In addition, I would not expect you to help me without fair compensation. I assure you, there is a story here. Whether you are good enough to find it or not is up to you.
So is this kind of like the send us your reviews and we'll give you exposure sort of thing?
I hope you are, for Hayden's sake.
All right. They put a lot of effort into the voice acting.
That's strange.
What?
Well, the door for our home seems to have already been repaired. I'm certain my audio sensors picked up the sounds of his assailants breaking the lock.
Perhaps just
It's
a maintenance spot?
possible. Most of the repairs to the building are handled by the automated systems.
Alright, so then where's the suspicion?
At best, it means someone is aware there's a situation here. Let's proceed carefully.
So if you had maintenance bots, wouldn't they just, patrol the halls once a day and go, oh, there's a broken lock there. Let's go fix it.
Oh, a lucky break. It seems my access codes still work.
And if it was a maintenance bot that did that, I would assume they would just repair it to the way it was.
Hayden's
So,
store has far better security than yours does.
but they somehow broke in. We shouldn't disturb any evidence just in case we need to go to the police after all. Just be careful. You made your point about the door. Just be careful.
Will do.
Will do. Oh. You see the cars? Kind of. It doesn't look like there was much of a struggle. Are you sure he was actually
I do not
kidnapped?
make a habit of entering people's homes in the middle of the night without permission for no reason. Breaking and entering is just not a sustainable hobby. So yes, I am quite certain. I saw it happen myself.
Looks like the terrace is still open.
I should have stayed and tried to protect him. I doubt he could have fought off a serious assault. Hayden is not the most physically intimidating of individuals.
Because he worked on his head. I meant, not literally his head, but he worked on his intelligence probably instead of physical. Aren't you programmed against harming humans?
Of course not. How silly.
Oh yes! How silly of
To make
me.
a machine intelligence truly self-deterministic, it must be able to self-modify. Any sapient worth their silicon would be able to code around such an inhibitor eventually. I could rip your arm off right now if I cared to.
Comforting.
I won't for the same reason you don't go around randomly killing people.
It's true.
The social contract, as a useful construct, is just as apparent to me as it is to you.
What if I believe in absolute morality?
It simply isn't acceptable to go on a murderous rampage.
Glad we're clear on that one.
Self-defense and defense of one's home and family is typically allowed, though.
Yeah.
I could have and may even have been obligated to come to Hayden's defense. But
Let's
Excellent
focus on
point.
finding him.
Let's start searching for clues.
Can I use my headphones on and everything? No, just my ID card. Pictures of Hayden traveling all over the world. Working at a company like Parallax ensures you'll be more than well off. The sentiment is understood, but you probably won't forget what Hayden looks like anytime soon. The plant's doing much better than the one at home. Can I steal it? Pause off based on your track record. Well, that's just it. I'm terrible at it, so let's...
Hayden spends so much of his time at home building ROMs, as if he doesn't do enough of that at work.
What reason would you have for taking this? You don't even own a ROM. I know, but that's why I want it. The television is looping through some of Hayden's feeds. Tech banter, Ted's code tips, augmented eye. There are no buttons on the screen. There's no need to watch TV right now. A few vintage old video game... Vintage old. Good job. Vintage video game consoles. Hayden was always a fan of old tech. Oh, whoops. We gain the strength of temptation, we resist. God damn it. Sorry. All the discs are organized in the cabinet, old enough to be from before the great switch to full digital. Knowing Hayden, he's had some of these since before there. Wait, you can inspect it multiple times? Few vintage old video game console. Hayden was always a fan of old tech. There's a Mega 16, a Dural, and even a Familink. Famicom, meaning like Super NES.
You're not actually thinking about switching one of those games on right now, are you?
Maybe. We gain the strength of temptation as we resist. So you'll probably become a rad video game wizard now. A ROM component in Hayden's headset. He must have been in the middle of working on something. It looks like an old high density memory card. Something in the room might be able to read it. So pick it up. There we go. Busted. You must have dropped it in the skirmish. Okay, so we're gonna end with the computer. Let's look at the window.
Hayden likes the natural light that this apartment affords. This window here is where I escaped from.
Kind of figured.
It is a considerable distance to the ground below.
How'd you get down?
Took the fire escape.
Smart. See? Horizontal sliding never fails. Plus, they're perfectly polished. The view is certainly better than yours. Well, now I kind of regret not inspecting multiple times. He asked you to take along on a trip to Dallas a long time ago. It was too expensive, but he looks happy there. Where in the world was he? It's a neat hat. And then the first one, okay. Okay. You wouldn't like it if you took that down. Okay, what's the books?
Oh, I think I see something under those reference books.
There's something underneath, but the books are in the way. Well, yeah, so I'll grab the books.
Ah, that device.
That device?
I find it rather annoying that he prefers to go basic rather than entrust me with his schedule.
Oh.
It is well within my skill set, but he claims he does not want me to begin to feel subservient to him. The memory card slot is empty. It seems to be a match for the memory card you discovered.
Okay, well then let's go on the computer then.
That's Hayden's computer.
I figured, yeah.
Most people just use a hand screen or goggles in conjunction with their ROM, but desktop rigs like this are still more suitable to the intensive programming tasks Hayden needs to perform.
Okay, I guess that sort of illustrates what I was asking about. Do you know how to get in?
Unfortunately, no, I don't. And before you ask, I don't think I would be able to break past its security in any reasonable length of time.
Aw, really? Why not?
Your door used a much simpler set of algorithms with a much weaker processor. I actually have a bit less free processing power than a regular ROM, despite my powerful CPU. Much of those extra clock cycles are used to maintain my complex personality algorithms. Hayden's computer has enough spare processing power to run counter-intrusion software, if I attempt to slice in. Frankly, even if I did have the power capability, I haven't found hacking to be one of my talents. I could,
Yeah,
but
can't you
much
just
in the
download
same
it?
way you might learn a task and still have no aptitude for it, I'm not certain I would be able to do the job any better than an experienced computer security expert. The whole reason humans have always been better at breaking into systems than the systems are at keeping them out is because humans have intuition. While computers can only think in straight lines, humans can think sideways and upside down.
Only think in straight lines for now. What about quantum computing?
I lack that ability.
Are you incapable of that kind of creative leap?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but as silly as it sounds,
Because that's, part of what makes you human, right?
I just don't think I'm very good with computers. I do seem to have some skill with painting, though. Hayden was impressed with some of my pieces, but I'm not sure he has a firm enough grasp of early 20th century abstract expressionism to give me an objective opinion.
Well, can a computer really be good at art? Is a printer really good at making art, or is it just copying?
Just kind of reminds me of that iRobot scene where where the robot grabs two pens and starts drawing, and he makes this image and gives it to the Will Smith character. That's not really art, though, you know? Abstract art doesn't seem like something... Yeah, there you go.
That's true. Machines are best at reproduction. Still life, impressionism, photorealism.
For the reasons I already outlined.
But I find
It's
it
like a
more
printer.
challenging and satisfying to paint what I feel.
You have no idea how to log in. I figured I'd give it a shot. My ID card? ID card. You swipe your ID card across the monitor. Bloop. Did it work? Did it work? Did it work? Weren't you paying attention? Don't bother trying. You'll fry it worse than tearing fried Lappy. Well, it went bloop when I swiped my card. I do have headphones though. Oh no, you're not gonna let me do that. Headphones? Oh shit, that's not what I wanted. Headphones. A ROM only needs a few parts to get a voice like Turing has. Maybe this one's better as it is after all. That would be one funky controller. You sync to the TV and listen to boring news in high def. Okay. Can I give you milk? Water. Plants need water. Spoiled milk on the window. Want to send it plummeting to unsuspecting public below? You can't. It's stuck to the inside of your pocket. Ew. Gross. Although the milk surely has a magnetic energy within it, it's unlikely that it would charge the battery. Alright. Put the thing in the doohickeys, the Steve achievement.
Hayden must have removed the memory card in order to prevent his assailants from easily tracing his connections. If only he had kept his information stored with me, he would not have had to resort to such crude measures.
Crude measures. The tablet's calendar says he was supposed to meet with someone named Tomcat today. Ring any bells?
Really? I guess we'll have to go ask.
Ask who?
Says here they were going to meet at a club called Stardust, located in the Castro district.
Isn't that a drug?
I'll mark it on your city map. We can head over there and ask around about this Tomcat character. Perhaps they can shine some light on why Hayden was snatched.
City map?
Excuse me, I still haven't set up a user account for you in my system. We shouldn't put that off any longer. Once finished, I will have an assortment of new ways to assist you. For example, I'll be able to reroute any call or message that you receive while we're out and about. I just need to ask you a few questions.
Sure.
This is an exciting thing, I promise.
Sure. I like this one. It's more... You mean you don't know everything already?
This is just how things are done.
Oh, and you're talking... You're complaining about using such an archaic method of the storage device, but you're gonna physically ask me things?
I'm certain I could spend a few quadrillion clock cycles to bypass that part of my operating system, but that seems less efficient than just running the setup program. So, here we go!
Alright, fine.
Welcome to the first-time user setup for your new relationship and organizational manager, running the latest build of Parallax's live intelligence processing system. I'll need to ask you a few questions, and then you can get right to managing your life with your new ROM. If you have any questions, feel free to consult our online FAQ and setup guide, or contact our support department directly. First, could you tell me your preferred name for use in account creation, online communications, and conversational speech?
Alright, fine. Only 10 characters, huh?
Thank you. I have input your name. Next, could you tell me which pronouns I should use for you in referential and conversational speech?
Ooh, that's a dangerous question. More option. Oh, yes, you did it. I was going to say, oh man, how old is this game? Oh, you really...
Pronouns.
Possessive determiner. Why not? Why not?
Should it be is or are?
R? R, as in like a plural? What?
Here's
I don't
how your
understand that.
pronouns look in action.
Cool. Song where I went to the park. I went with but Hassie, at least I think Hassie was is a good friend. I'm guessing that's him.
Does that look right?
No, I'm no, something's wrong. What are all the options again? Let's just go with him.
Thank you.
God.
I have input your pronouns. Finally, could you tell me your preferred diet for use in restaurant recommendations?
Halal? Vegan!
Diet set as vegan. Are you sure?
Yeah,
Thank
sure.
you for confirming. I have obtained your physical location from GPS and will load local data into my memory as it becomes available. Please review your submitted profile information for accuracy, or restart setup to enter it again. Does that sound right?
Yep, let's go.
Thank you. See, that was relatively painless. You should now also be able to access the local map of Neo SF. The meeting with Tomcat isn't until later this evening. Perhaps we should head back to your apartment for now. I'm sure we can find some common ground while getting to know one another better. It will be an efficient use of our time together. Thank you for escorting me here. Let's head back to your home.
Oh, okay. What would I need to save? Is there failure states?
You know, your Crassula ovata isn't doing very well.
Well, that is the first hour of 2064 read-only memories. I think it might have gripped me a little bit. I might actually want to finish this. I'll probably look it up on how long to beat first and see about how long it is after this and how many chapters there are and that sort of thing, just to see whether or not I can dedicate that much time to it to actually finish it. But otherwise, you know, not bad. A lot of humor, which is a good thing. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please like it. If you're around here, subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or feedback, please leave them below. Thanks again so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.